Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bodybuilding News Network. I'm your host, as always, Josh Sanj. Happy New Year's. Happy January 1st, 2024. As you can hear Totoro as well saying Happy New Year's to you all. Now, we do have some physique updates for you from James Hollingshead, Samson Dauda, rafabrandaopro, and as well, those are for the Arnold Classic in 9 weeks. We also have some physique updates from William Bonac coming into it looks like the Euro Pro show is what it's called. It's a show that he's been collaborating with. That is his comeback show, I do believe, and he's sharing some physique updates for you. So if you're interested, definitely stay tuned and consider subscribing and helping me retire my parents in the year 2024. This year, help me retire them this year. Now let's go ahead and start off with some Samson Dauda physique updates. And genuinely, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things I appreciate the most out of Samson and his team and Milos is they're very consistent with their posing routine and where they do the posing routine, the lighting, the clothing. I mean, the guy always has very similar posing trunks or underwear on. He's always in the same spot at this muscle factory, and the lighting is very similar. So we have this really unique opportunity for myself and other commentators online is we can look at his physique updates and we can genuinely see a timeline, a progress of his physique as it moves forward, as he continues to get closer and closer to the Arnold Classic. We can start to, although the coaching and the team hasn't really told us yet, we can start to figure out for ourselves what strategy Samson and Milos and his team are doing for this Arnold Classic, for the 2024 Arnold Classic. Are they coming into this show and they're going to play the size game? Are they going to do what a lot of people want them to do, including myself, knock on wood, and do the conditioning, bring a crazy physique, very shredded, very lean, but full. I feel like that's the only way he's going to be able to beat Hadi Choopan, who is going to be his most competitive competitor at the Arnold Classic. Moving into someone I thought was really interesting, and I wanted to give him a spotlight because I don't know if a lot of people talk about this guy. There is a new pro, an up-and-coming gentleman out of Korea, I do believe, South Korea. He won the 2023 Monster Sim Pro in the 212 division, and he's also a, NABA. He was a big NABA guy last year. This guy, he goes by the name of gundamforce on Instagram. I do apologize, I don't see his name actually posted, but this guy made some crazy improvements in 2023, and you're going to see him on the Olympia stage. I do believe he's qualified, winning that 212 division. And you can see on the left a little bit of a zoom in as we continue to go through the progressions of the shots. This guy's got to be on some Derek Lunsford protocols. Look at the amount of muscle density and maturity that this guy already has on him. I mean, you can even see in the face the transformation from, all the different supplementation within his protocol. He definitely looks a lot harder, a lot more dense. So, on top of the supplementation, the training as well, I'm sure he's put in a lot of work in the off season to improve the physique from what we saw from 2022 at the NABA Grand Prix in it's probably Seoul, South Korea. It's usually where a lot of these shows are hosted. But looking at this Monster Sim footage, this dude is just so impressive. I'm very excited for the 212 division to continue to improve. There's a lot of athletes in the 212 division that I think are very impressive, and a lot of them move up to the open, especially you think of someone like Derek Lunsford, Hadi Choopan, William Bonac, Tony O'Burton, all 212 champions that turned open and have been very, very successful. So best of luck to him. James the Shed Hollingshead sharing some physique updates courtesy of his coach Milos Sarchev. I know I messed it up, Milos. I never get his name right. Sarchev. I remember watching a podcast, they talked about it. But the focus of the highlight is to show that James Hollingshead is really coming into this Arnold Classic prep. And it looked like in the comment section, someone said that James himself said that he doesn't really see himself as a top 5 competitor at this upcoming Arnold Classic. Now, I don't know if I want to agree with him, but I definitely think that there is going to be a lot of gentlemen, a lot of big names, a lot of big physiques, impressive physiques that James is going to have to overcome, that he's going to have to beat to be in that top 5 in just 9 weeks. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, when I look at James's physique, as we highlight the back shots, there's a lot of width shortcomings that he has that's just genetic, that he's going to have to, I don't know if he'll ever be able to overcome it. The guy's been competing for a little bit now, and the clavicle insertions are just narrow on the guy. And when you look at the back double, when you look at the back lat spread, it is freaky, but it's not as wide. I'm not going to say it's not very wide because it is very impressive, but it is not as wide as some of the competitors that he competes against, that he's compared to. This is bodybuilding. And when we look at the Arnold Classic lineup, there's a lot of very wide, very dense, and very aesthetically pleasing competitors that James is going to stand right next to in just 9 weeks. And I honestly don't know, and I might have to agree with James Hollingshead here. I just don't know if he's going to be able to crack the top 5 here. Now, he is going to go to the UK. He might get a better look. He is a UK competitor, and we all know that bodybuilding is politics. So I genuinely do think he's going to get a better look at the Arnold UK. And if he wants to, he could continue to compete, and he could go to Brazil, and he could be a top 3, a top 4 competitor there. Those are my thoughts. Speaking of Brazil, rafabrandaopro sharing some more physique updates as he continues to creep towards this Arnold Classic USA, the Arnold Classic Ohio. And rafabrandaopro is one of these guys, ladies and gentlemen. He's one of these guys. We have not seen him since his top 10 finish at the Mr. Olympia. And I think he has all the hype behind him. When we look at him slowly creeping closer and closer to the Arnold Classic, his physique is not shrinking. It's not melting away. He is holding on to as much muscle as he possibly can. And when we look at the perfect winning formula for this Arnold Classic, I believe that rafabrandaopro is following that formula. He is doing everything he needs to do to slowly chip away at this physique and bring the best version of rafabrandaopro we've seen in recent history or ever. And last but certainly not least, we have some physique updates from William Bonac. Sorry for chopping your head off, William, but we get a good idea, a good glimpse of what he looks like so far. And we haven't seen him in a while. I saw in the comment sections, and I think even Michael Dougherty Fitness was discussing it with me on Instagram. Shout out to Michael, one of our super fans who tags us in a lot of these stories that you see every day here on BNN. So thank you, Michael. And he was talking about, we haven't seen William since his family, he had a family member pass away, and he took a little step away from the stage. And we're really looking forward to seeing what we get to see, a new improvement from him. He's had the gynecomastia surgery. He's going to be making a lot of time off. So is he using that time off to improve his physique, or was he coasting, or was he not pushing the gas as much? Are we going to see a more improved version of William Bonac, or are we going to see a slow regression in William Bonac? He is not the youngest competitor on the stage anymore, and we've seen a lot of amazing versions from him. Top 2, Mr. Olympia, multiple-time Arnold Classic Ohio champion. And I'm wondering now, can he make improvements on what we've seen before? Let me know your thoughts down below on William Bonac and all the athletes we've discussed in today's video. I'm your host here on the Bodybuilding News Network. As always, Josh Sanj. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video. Consider subscribing and helping me retire my parents in 2024, this year. And I'll see you fine, beautiful ladies and gentlemen in tomorrow's video.